Hi.
Hey.
We left for a trip with Friendly Planet on October 9th
A Thursday
to Thailand.
in Cambodia.
So we left, there was like a 1 in the morning flight out of LAX. So we left
In
here.
the afternoon sometime.
No, we left in the evening.
Mhm.
We packed
Late
at the
afternoon.
last minute like we normally do.
Yeah, or we.
And we went down to LAX and we
Mhm.
got our flight. Oh,
China.
that was interesting because we thought it was China Airlines versus Air China.
Yeah.
Which ones we were on China
we screwed
Airlines.
it up.
this
We
one.
got in the we
We're
went to the wrong
standing in
airline.
line, and we're thinking, "Uh-oh, this isn't
Yep.
right." You
Yep.
want to hand me Sam? Anyway, so we finally that was about a 12-hour flight, wasn't it?
Mhm.
We both slept.
Long flight.
Except I had a sore butt from when I fell last September in the backyard.
Mhm.
But we then landed in Taipei.
Taipei, and then we had.
A 3-hour layover.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And we then got another flight
From
which
Taipei to
was
Chiang Mai.
3-hour flight to Chiang Mai. Now
That's
they're
Thailand.
14 hours ahead, so that's in the north of Thailand.
Mhm.
So the pictures actually start. We left on the 9th, but since we crossed the international date line, we lose a day. So
We actually got there.
the 11th.
Okay. Yeah.
We were met by Matthew, who was our tour guide.
Which wasn't his real name.
No, Dong or something. And we were taken, there were 18 in our group, and we went straight to the hotel in Chiang Mai. And this is how they describe it in the Friendly Planet for this day. It says, arrived late in the morning. Thailand's second city is Chiang Mai, often called the Rose of the North. We had a really nice hotel.
Mhm. This is actually looking outside the street that the hotel's on.
And we had the option to pay for an extra trip where Matthew took the group to the markets and to a temple.
Which is
So
coming.
that's what's coming next. So here we are in this market, and Thailand is, everything seems to be sold in these markets. Everywhere you go, there's these markets.
Oh, remember we went to the one supermarket at the bottom of the hotel in the piece
Oh,
of
yeah. And even then, it was
not a big
very
deal.
market-driven.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so it's amazing. We felt good. I think that you're still on a high from coming
from flying.
for
You don't know
getting on
what day it is.
vacation.
You don't know what time it is.
The hard thing for me on this trip was that I taught 6 classes online, and trying to find internet was just difficult, and trying to keep up with the classes.
Yeah.
So on. But that you'll start to see some of the pictures of this market.
And the gentleman there at the front there with his hands in his back pocket, that was our tour guide.
It's Matthew.
Yeah. Throughout the tour, it was really neat. Whenever we went anywhere, he would always go in and always buy something for the group to eat that was, indigenous to the area. It all kinds of oddball stuff.
It was really nice. He
Yeah.
really was a great guy to take good care of us. And that's one of the couples from Utah that was with us.
And at the market, there's, stalls for all kinds of different things, but Thailand being almost exclusively a country that's centered in Buddhism.
Didn't he say something like 92% is Buddhist,
90
4%
higher
is
than that.
Muslim,
Yeah, far and away the
2% is
majority.
Christian? Yeah.
So this happens to be a stall where part of Buddhism is for people to bring things to the monks. And this was a standard store where people could come and pick up a bucket full of toothpaste and food and toiletries for the monks.
Well, the monks buy nothing. They buy nothing. They are taken care of by the people. So they would buy these prepackaged buckets full of stuff and bring it to the monk, and in return they would get a blessing.
And it's just one of the many stalls. What's real common that you'd find there are people cooking these dumplings. I don't know if they were
Did we ever have one?
pork-based. We should have. We never
Yeah,
did.
never did. We wanted to be careful. And you see on the sign it says 10 baht and 15 baht.
Yeah, I
And
see
it was 34 bahts equals $1.
$1.
Food was so incredibly priced, very, very reasonable. And then we got to go inside an even larger market, and it was amazing to see the different foods. Fish open to the air, and um, fruits and vegetables. And,
Open bins. It's a delicacy, one of the many delicacies. Those are mealyworms.
Yeah. Oh, mealyworm or just worms, aren't they?
Mealworms.
Silkworms?
Thai food, wonderful Thai food.
Oh yeah, he bought sausage or something.
And then the
sauce?
the sauce or it's not, I want to say salsa. It's not salsa.
Sauce or
It's
curry.
the curry,
Sauce.
the sauce that they use. The Thai, if you order something and if you tell them not to tone it down and just order it like normal, they love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's just
Dave likes to get in with the natives.
that was wonderful. Just outside of what some of the, I guess, apartment buildings look like in downtown Chiang Mai. The Thais love their king and queen. In the market, in this huge indoor market, a lot of the stalls would have pictures of the king, pictures of the queen, and they would also have the little the memorials there. You know, they would have
Where the flowers
you know,
are
the
at the
flowers
top.
hanging over.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's like a
Or Buddhist.
donation given in honor of.
Yeah, I guess. Piles and piles and piles of dried fish. Piles of dried fish.
And lots of flies.
Mounds and mounds and mounds of chilies.
Oh, that's
Wonderful,
yeah.
wonderful chilies. The lady with the creepy crawly things. Delicacy in Thailand, worms, crickets. That's a lady selling what? Crickets, worms.
They were all dead though, right?
Yeah, see, crickets, worms,
Other
grasshoppers, stuff I don't remember.
And Matthew had preconditioned us to make sure that we didn't grimace,
Don't
because that would
frown.
be considered an
Rude.
insult. I mean, one thing we didn't talk about is the Thai people, and we will more, but incredibly gracious, kind people. Sawadee ka!
And buckets of fresh eels, I think.
Yeah, but then they were telling us that they actually use those where you pay and you give them back.
These I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was in a market.
And here's some more members of our group. That's Ray and Anna, the Chinese couple. And we got into the flower market.
And those flowers,
Oh, that was amazing.
I'm sorry?
That was amazing.
The flowers, you know, when people go to the temples, would buy these flowers and hang them over the the
Right.
Buddhas and they're significant. I don't remember.
Yeah. This is the other thing that you see. These are lotus flowers, and they're routinely given with incense at the Buddha statues. And Matthew showed us how you can peel back the petals and make different decorations with them.
Outside our very first temple,
Your first spirit house.
Okay, among the many things that were cool about Thailand, one thing that we saw and experienced was this.
It really turned Dave on.
It really, I thought, was neat. Outside of almost all houses, almost all businesses, in the front was these little houses, these little structures. This one happens to be very large and ornate. These are called spirit houses. And if I understand the description correctly, what happens is that whenever people move in and build something, or new people move in, most Thais believe that there are spirits there on the land and in the house from previous owners. And since the people that are moving there or rebuilding or whatever people want to keep the spirits happy, well, because they're displaced by the construction or the new tenants or whatever, is that people put these little houses out in front of the real house. And
there's usually two, one's for the land and
one's for the land and one's for the building, although it may not be, but people build these little structures out and put flowers out there and food and incense and water to keep the spirits happy in that area. We even bought one and brought it home. It's really, really, really
just a tiny
cool.
One.
Yeah. What's the matter? You
burned my finger.
Ouch. But
it's an interesting tradition.
A very neat tradition. Inside our first Wat.
Wat, yeah, this stands for temple. And this is, you have to take off your shoes, and you have to, I didn't dress well on this trip. A woman has to have
you can't wear short
something
shorts.
on the shoulders.
Has to be at the knee or.
It has to be like capri style. Yeah. Men too have to have longer shorts.
Yeah.
This is a golden Buddha.
This temple was, I guess, significant because it was wooden.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Very first one. We were still on jet lag and.
It's the first one we got to go in. Yeah.
Yeah, she's tired.
I was waiting outside. This was another temple we went to.
Right behind.
It's an ancient temple, and at the top there was a small Buddha. I couldn't tell you this. I don't remember the story.
I'd have to do.
But the staircase was so
Naga's
long and
coming.
narrow. Yeah.
Naga's coming.
But this is one of the ancient, I guess, ruins.
Naga.
Yeah, this is Dave's second favorite thing.
The snakes.
Seven-headed, right? Seven-headed snake.
Well, sometimes there's one, sometimes there's 5 heads.
But odd numbers are the preferred.
Yeah.
Like the Chinese.
The protector of these temples and tombs.
Yeah. Naga.
With the exception of the gentleman on the right, that's our group.
Yeah, it's a really great group. Just everybody we got along with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dave fell in love with spirit houses in Naga. I fell in love with the elephants. I just adore the elephants.
More to come on that.
Yeah. Okay, This is Sunday, October 12th. It's our first full day on the
Chiang Mai.
tour after we'd had our sleep and finally got some sleep. We're still in Chiang Mai, which is considered the Rose of the North, and we stayed at the Amora Tapae Hotel, T-A-P-A-E. It was nice because I think we paid like 50 baht a day, and we had internet in the room,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
which was nice. We had a real nice room. But Dave and I don't really remember the name of this temple, but
It was on the way to this was a temple that the guide added.
so this is the same temple, and it's a practicing temple. This is where I think we saw the casket.
Yeah, the funeral.
Yeah, and the monks actually the table or thing they're sitting on, the little podium they're sitting on, is reserved for monks only. They sit higher than the people sit.
Sawadee krap.
What, Dave? Explain what it is.
Oh, this is in front of the temple.
We're going Buddhist.
We are. Naga.
And outside, as you just saw on the gold covered Wat or temple, it's W-A-T is the word for temple. We got to walk around, and it was really pretty.
And I just caught this of everybody,
The group
as they're exiting.
listening to Matthew.
Yeah, listening to a speech.
And you can see we don't have shoes on.
Yep. This is outside the temple. This, we were saying, this was an extra stop that we had made, and all of these things that you see that have spires on them. Didn't he say that this is where members of the family were all interred?
Right.
Cremains.
I can't remember what he called it.
Large family, but this is over years and years. I don't know why some are smaller, some are bigger, some are taller, but that's where all the cremains are. And this is the tree. What did he call this? Oh, this is Spirit House on the left, but there was a tree out front where people took poles, twigs,
Don't remember.
fingers of life, or...
This is why I tried to record earlier.
So we left and went up the mountain, overlooking Chiang
Very
Mai,
narrow road.
and this is the next temple. This is the one that's
It's called
Wat Doi Suthep.
Wat Doi D-O-I
Suthep.
Suthep, S-U-T-H-E-P. It's one of the most revered temples in all Thailand, with its famous chedai covered entirely with engraved gold plate. And there was a long staircase. You could either take like a gondola up or
Or
stairwell,
escalator, or wasn't there?
or something like that. And as we're walking up the steps, of course, Dave and I took the stairs, with these two little kids, and they were all dressed up, and she had makeup on.
But
Don't know
no,
where Mom and Dad was, but the stairwell, on each side of the stairwell, you'll see in a minute, is Naga going.
Nagas everywhere.
And that's the
The
stairwell
staircase
leading
all
up
the
to
way
the
to the
temple.
top.
The bottom of the Chedai, which is the gold-plated temple part, and surrounding it were various Buddhas in different
Positions.
stances, which
Yeah.
all have different meanings, like the reclining Buddha, the teaching Buddha, listening Buddha.
And they were working on it at the time.
Right.
It's all bamboo scaffolding.
Yeah, but where we went, they used bamboo. What they were doing is they had little cups and little things that you gathered the oil and put it in to help light the little candles there.
Oh,
But on other areas surrounding the temple were places to give your lotus and your incense and money. There were Buddha stations everywhere. This one was cool because there's a monk on the left, and we got to see a
Him
woman giving
an
food,
offering.
and then he would do
A blessing? Or?
I don't know if they call it a blessing or something.
Yeah, this is the one where there's an interaction going on between the monk and the lady. Is there a Starbucks up here?
I was reading. We had lovely weather in
Oh, yeah.
northern Thailand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, this was where you bought the ring. This was the cymbidiums out
Oh
front.
yeah, we went to a jewelry store. Yeah.
Yep.
The orchids.
They're everywhere. As we were coming down from the temple back to Chiang Mai, just back of a stall where they were letting all the water go down the hill. Couldn't tell you what they were doing. So where we had lunch that day was next to it was a resort too, wasn't it? Supposed to be. Anyway, they had ducks, and they're my friends. What can I say? The umbrella factory.
Yeah, we stopped to see where they make umbrellas, and these women and men, it's all done by hand.
And they
just
do
carve
this
that
all day long.
day.
This is
And-
your
Yeah, it was at the umbrella place. They had artists who had a selection of different things that they hand paint. And he hand painted an elephant on my man purse.
a very funny example of a spirit house. This one was out in front of the
Store.
umbrella factory. Yeah,
There were a
Umbre-
few of them, weren't there?
yeah. They're just very,
And you
very
can see they put the food and they put the flowers.
out in front of almost every business and every home. So then we went to a silk factory, and we got a tour of it. And these are women, because I didn't see any men. That are those looms? Is that what they are? They're hand looms that they operate by their feet, kind of like a sewing machine, and all.
Yeah, it was interesting. I almost felt like it was a rhythm to it.
Yeah, and
Sound.
it was hot in this room, and pop, 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 all the entire time we were there. I actually kind of found it kind of profound, and asked our guide if it would be how shall I say, it would be an insult if I offered him money, not just because, I don't know, I just felt a need to do that. And so he said it would be fine. He went back to talk to him, and I gave each of them, I think, $1, which it was, I guess a lot for their.
Yeah, but it was cheap on your end.
Yeah. Well.
Should give them more.
Ooh. Oh, I didn't see you didn't put your hands in your pockets.
I just found it. I was amazed at the strength that they had to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So then we have this traditional Thai dinner, and they had some performers after dinner. Very young, very uninvolved performers. And at the end, they went out to the audience and got people to come up and dance. And they asked, you know who.
Oh, I was so embarrassed.
She looked good. Gwen.
Monday, October 13th, day 5, Chiang Mai. It's our last day in Chiang Mai.
And Gwen's working.
We had internet in the room.
Working.
Well, let me explain. I actually was teaching 5 classes, and that was one of the more difficult things.
Way too many.
Yeah, it was so stressful. And actually, we had it very good here because we had internet in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, it gets a little harder when we had to go and use the internet in the hotel. So we took the bus and we went to an elephant camp.
One of your favorite things that we did.
And they talk about that here, that, the Thai really, that's probably their number one animal, is the elephant that they have such respect for.
Mm-hmm.
It plays an important role in Thai life, from ceremonial purposes to warfare to transportation and farming. But Thai elephants are different than African elephants, and you'll see in these pictures, they actually have larger brains, so they can teach them to do different things.
Gwen, do you love elephants?
Yeah, I fell in love with elephants.
The Mekong River.
Which goes through Vietnam. Doesn't it go all the way up to China?
I think so.
This is the river we heard about during the Vietnam War. It made us really think a lot about the Vietnam War and trying to think what it was like crossing the river. And
Mm-hmm.
we were at this elephant camp, and the first thing we got to do was actually sit or be lifted by the elephants, and those are the trainers. And
Gwen, are you
so
having
cute.
a good time?
Yeah.
See the elephant smiling, Gwen.
My friend.
So what they would do is the elephant would put their trunk out, and you can see there's money there. The elephant would grab the money and give it to the trainer.
Paper money.
Yeah.
And the trainer's going, so what ka, or crap. David got to be lifted by the trunk of an elephant.
I'm looking for a handout, Gwen.
But I get smooched by an elephant too. I just love this picture. Look at that.
They're
It's just
laughing.
sitting, yeah. A day at work. And then we got to see one of their main things, and this has actually been on Discovery and on 60 Minutes, about how these elephants can actually paint. And you can see, it's kind of interesting, because actually it's the trainer who's guiding the elephant, but the elephant holds the brush, dips the brush in the paint, and actually does the drawing, does the lines. with, under guidance of the trainer. They had about 5 or 6 different elephants doing it. That isn't
Isn't
ours.
it? No? See the elephant?
No, ours is holding a flower. This is the one we bought.
Oh, okay.
Where it's being framed right now, in fact. And here's after we agreed to. We actually bought the most expensive piece of art of the elephants, and afterwards you get to meet with the trainer and the artist, and that's our artist right there. And there we are with our artist. That's a nice picture.
Got big feet. Give me a kiss.
And here I am getting a major elephant smooch.
So then after the elephant camp, then we got to go down the Mekong.
And they had us wear these little hats, but
they made sense.
I mean, they're classic there, but they did help keep the sun out of your eyes because it was quite hot.
Yeah, it was. And we were probably, it was about an hour and a half.
It was a lot. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
But we saw, some of the housing, some of the urban housing. Very, very primitive. Going down the river, we saw another elephant camp, and we saw the mommy and the baby.
And that was the group on our boat.
Yeah, we got to know Fred and Linda in the front. They're from Tucson. And then there was Carla, who is from San Diego. And next to her on the right is Anna from Tijuana, who's traveling with her mom and dad. And then Dave and I are in the back. And this is where we went for lunch. There was an orchid farm, and there were just these rows and rows of the most magnificent hanging orchids. Made the Santa Barbara Orchid Show look So this is Tuesday, October 14th, and we're getting ready to check out of the hotel, go for breakfast. And I did one last check on email and check on the classes, and we're heading to Chiang Rai. Sawadee ka! I love my pooter.
So as we're driving along, you do see establishments that sell spirit houses.
Factory.
Yeah.
So the previous slide was, just some of a house on the way, and then he took us to this place that seems to be popular in Thailand. They had one in Bangkok also. It's called Cabbages and Condoms, and it's all about condoms. And we had a cup of coffee there.
Yeah, it's
kind of cutesy.
Yeah, and all the it's complete. All the proceeds they get goes to AIDS
Prevention
research.
of HIV.
Mm-hmm. No, Steve.
Great idea, yeah. This is actually, it's called Wat Rang Kun, which is also known as the White Temple. And this was a lifetime project of artist Chalerlerchimwat Kosapipat. And
Very good.
this is actually a guy that he kind of made this his life mission, was to find the funding and to build this contemporary temple. So it has contemporary themes, and it's decorated with small pieces of mirrored glass. And inside was what got us more than anything, was these
The painting.
the contemporary thing of, like Keanu Reeves, the actor, was painted on the wall.
You
And
can't really
Star
describe it.
Wars
You'd have to see it.
and all these different things representing the modern life, and in the Buddhist philosophy, was kind of intertwined.
The next several slides are of this temple.
The White Temple. It was really awesome.
Yeah.
Dave bought a book that talked about the artist, and his goal now is he's hired monks who will take over the building, because he knows that he's like our age, and he knows that he has to plan for the perpetual care of this after his death. But it's his contribution to the Buddhist philosophy. This was the no smoking.
No, there was a bottle of liquor
Oh, no.
above the head.
Oh, I don't think I saw that one. But there was another one for no smoking too.
This is the unfinished happy room.
Did we talk about that the happy room was the nickname for the toilet?
I don't think we did.
Yeah, yeah, we didn't. It's not finished yet, but this is really ornate on the outside. Happy room.
Happy room is what the Thai call a bathroom. And the monks were preparing some ceremony.
Well, this is why we like this tour guide. Matthew talked about that once a month at the full moon, the Thai have this tradition where they have this circular thing.
It's made out of paper.
And inside is a way. It has like a
candle,
like
or
it's a paraffin thing, and they light it, and it causes it to go up in the sky, and you're supposed to let go of
all your
worries and your concerns. You say a blessing and let it go. So we had like 6 or 7 people holding on, and he would tell us what was ready, and we were amazed at how high up it was.
Oh, it was the coolest thing to see these.
And he said that when they do it once a month in some areas of northern Thailand, the sky is just filled with them. We saw a few, but
Yeah.
but it was a really thoughtful thing what he did. So we're now at Wednesday, October 15, and we are in the morning, and Dave decided to take some pictures of this resort that we stayed at Chiang Rai, and it's called the La Luna Hotel and Resort, and it was magnificent.
Awesome. It was awesome.
The rooms, when we went to check into the rooms the day before, all the doors were open in the room, remember?
Mhm.
And you go inside, and it was this really
Bungalow.
neat shower and dark woods. Most of the hotels had the dark teak. And it was just really cool. And the pool was just magnificent with gorgeous grounds. But I didn't have internet except in the hotel lobby. And that was hard to do.
The mosquitoes.
Yes, that's the first time so we started using the bug spray then. Because we didn't do our malaria pills, so we were a little worried.
The pool was cool. Really.
And our room was looking right out on the pool. And we went for a swim.
Mhm.
It was so nice because it was so hot. And here we're getting ready to go on a boat ride on the Coke River. And we got a chance to see some of the hill tribe villages on the way. And then as on the way we passed oh yeah, we took this boat to the elephant camp.
We did?
Yes, yes. And then remember they had the bus waiting for us. We took the boat there. And here's one elephant camp that we passed along the way. And we stopped here where they had a hot sulfur.
Mm-hmm. And Gwen went in.
Yeah, me and this other lady, we went in. I was so proud of myself. I got down to my underpants and my top that was supposed to be easy washed. Of course, I lost it. But it was so refreshing to go in the water for about 10 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm. So after the ride, we ended up, this is where we ride the elephants. Lots of cool
So we
pics on
took
this
the
one.
boat there, and that's when our boat died. And we
Yes.
were kind of worried about
Yeah.
getting there, remember?
Yeah.
And then we finally get there, and then we took a bus out. And we would pay like, what was it, 20 baht?
Which
It was
was
like 70 cents or something like
less
that.
than that.
And you'd buy sugar cane and what else? Corn,
Mm-hmm.
different things, and you'd feed the elephants. Dave really enjoyed the elephants too. He's giving them bananas.
I
Banana.
was holding hands.
Yeah. How do you do? No, you're shaking hands. How do you
Oh,
do?
all right. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. Hey.
That's so cool.
Hi.
This is where we paid extra to go ride an elephant. And so we're actually on top of the elephant right now, heading out to the little village area. And this is some of the housing that they had. You know, at the time we thought there was a lot of poverty, but we hadn't really seen poverty until we got to Cambodia.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they live at the top and they keep their food down below. What else do you remember? Anything?
Just they had
Chickens were running all over the place.
a lot of the places had satellite TV.
And they have one bathroom that they use for the whole community.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, it was like a latrine.
Mm-hmm.
Bathe in the river.
Fields.
So yeah, so we're on the elephant. We rode near these rice. It's really the first time we got up close and personal with the rice fields, right?
Yeah.
And there we are.
Ride 'em cowboy.
This year we rode camels and elephants.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then the owner of Elephant uh, allowed Dave to sit on the head and actually guide the elephant. Dave thought it was so cool, except that he was really sore the next couple of
Because
days.
you have to hold on.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hold on to.
Like riding
You
a
have to
horse.
do the leg thing.
And this is what we were looking at.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. It's like a snake.
Next few pictures are what the bathroom facilities were like. The happy room.
This is actually what we saw a lot, was the Eastern style toilet where you squat. But it was always up compared to like in China. It was like up on a,
What was it in China? Was it down?
they were down on the floor.
Well, they were.
And then they would have a bucket of water with a bowl in it.
So you would, after you did your thing, you would pour the water into the
Get a bowl of water,
pour it into the
and flush it
basin,
down.
and that would flush it.
and you can see at the right side is where you put the toilet paper.
Ah,
Well, I think we threw water on me or something. That's how I got all wet.
You're
I don't
just
think I was
sweating.
that sweaty. What?
Matthew was giving a tour of the village, talking about the different homes.
Oh yeah, what life is like in tribes. Kind of the hypocrisy. Then you'd see these large satellite dishes.
This is what the Thai love television.
Well, didn't he say also that the government provided electricity for a certain time,
Or
and then they have to pick up the cost?
it was cheap, I'm sure. So this is on the way up to the Hill Tribe. We actually got on those trucks, in the back of those trucks.
Yeah. I got to really go into this really cool area where this tribe of people literally live and away from the community, and then they work in a tea plantation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really neat to go to this village, on the side of the mountain,
Yeah. You
Very
really
primitive.
felt you were
away.
in a new, yeah. Uh, it's an area that was hard to get to. They live there pretty much away from everybody. And Matthew was able to bring us in and show us a home. And walk around a little, very primitive. But it's a real beauty to it too.
And the people that showed us the home
We're so
very-
proud.
Mhm.
They were so proud. So we got to go inside this one family's house. This was their kitchen area. It's, dirt floors, a large bed that they all sleep on. I didn't see, would the kids sleep? I think the whole,
I think there was actually a partition. There's one of these.
were the adults?
That's the kitchen.
And everything was, to us, we see it as very primitive, but everything was very well organized. I think, didn't they say they always have a fire burning,
I think.
too?
And this is the refrigerator area, even though there's
And
no
the pantry,
refrigerator.
the dishes.
Pantry, thank you.
See what I mean? Look at how everything, the knives, everything, the vegetables, everything is very well
Mm-hmm.
cared for and organized in there, and very clean. These are the kids in the village. Weren't they lined up for some ice cream or something?
Yeah, the ice cream bars. So when we left the village, there were kids that were chasing us back down this really narrow road. I think they were just trying to run after the truck. Just for the heck
playing
of it.
around. But this, it was like a truck where the back was
back open.
open, and that's where we were kind of sitting. But this picture just reminds me so much of that Prize-winning picture of the napalm in Vietnam. That became a real popular picture of a woman.
Mhm. Coming back down the field, we stopped at a rice field and got to go in it and look at it real close.
Yeah, we learned the difference between sticky rice, brown rice, white rice.
Rice.
Then we stopped at a tea plantation, and those are the tea plants. Beautiful views.
Mm-hmm.
Laughed at this. Made no sense to us. Prohibit, pluck, the top feels numb. Yeah, this couple we really liked, Fred and Linda from Tucson. Real nice folks.
The geckos at night at Chiang Rai.
Mm-hmm.
So at night, really hot and muggy. Then you go back to the bungalow, and all these geckos would
Yeah, the ceilings and the...
secure themselves at the top of the ceiling outside. It was really cool.
They were all over the place.
Everywhere.
So this is Thursday, October 16th, and we got up in the morning, got in the bus, and our goal here was to go to the Golden Triangle. And we stopped in this little area, which is considered the northernmost point of Thailand, which across the way, that's actually the Burmese border.
So on the other side is Myanmar.
So it's the border town of Tuk Hilek, and the river that separates them is called the Mae Sai. And this is actually the bridge that separates Burma.
What is it? Is it Myanmar or Burma? Or are they both right?
It's Myanmar now. It used to be called Burma. And Thailand. And one side they drive on the right, and one side drive on the left.
Mm-hmm.
So then we stopped at this temple area where they had this giant Buddha. And to get a boat ride to go on the Mekong River. And on the Mekong, you can see the three countries. You can see
Laos.
Laos, Burma, and
Thailand.
Thailand. But we were heading over, so we could say we stepped on Laos
Mm-hmm.
land.
Huge. You can't tell
This
from
is
here.
actually called the Golden Triangle. They even had an opium museum. Well, we didn't go to it, but the Golden Triangle is where the borders of Laos, Burma, and Thailand meet. You really don't grasp it from this picture, but this thing was huge.
Yeah.
And it's on this kind of artificial boat. As we talked about before, the Buddhists don't kill anything, so there's wild dogs everywhere. And I gave some of the dogs, and everyone was pregnant, I swear.
Yes, every female.
Yeah, well, yes, that's true. And I gave them some water.
So what we did after we were going to go on the boat ride is we took these actually homemade. No. These homemade trucks that were actually made out of farm equipment. We took
Yeah,
these,
like a tractor.
Yeah, the tractor. We took these out to a farm and had a kind of a farmer's lunch, which was really neat.
These are the boats that we took on the Mekong over to the Laos area. There I am with my trusty fan. It was so hot everywhere.
So this was a Buddha of the. This
Burma.
wasn't on Laos. This was on the
Burma.
Myanmar side,
Mm-hmm.
and the Buddhas in Myanmar are different than the.
Oh right.
Because of this, if you look where the Buddha's head is, there's a cobra that covers and protects Buddha.
Which is
don't see
very
in Thailand.
unusual for that to be done. As we were going down the river, we saw people fishing.
And this is on the Laos side.
Yeah, they had these big nets, and they would just reach in and keep like fishing out, trying to catch the fish in the nets.
Mm-hmm. This is Laos. This is the Laos side.
That's the Laos flag. We just went, right here. There's a little market and whiskey.
Which I never understood how they were.
Yeah,
able to do
how we didn't have to have a special
Yeah.
visa or anything, or what do they call that to get into the country that we didn't
Passport?
have for Cambodia?
Oh, fees or.
No. And there we are. We have entered Laos, one more country. Dave and I have memories of Laos because of the Vietnam War. And then there was the whiskey.
They had a whiskey with creatures inside. Your pick: scorpions, tiger penises, cobras.
Cobra was the big one. You'll see in a minute. We actually bought a small bottle for Casey, and when we were flying into Cambodia, I was so stupid I didn't pack it in the bottom bag, so it got confiscated at the airport.
Way to go, babe.
The tiger penis?
Mm-hmm. And I tasted it, and
The penis?
no, not the penis, the whiskey.
Yeah, you just reach in. That's
you ladle
actually a ladle at the top there, and we got a taste of it. Pretty weird.
God.
So eerie.
Cobra and the booze.
Hey, look at that. Look at the size. Damn.
The fancy toilet in Laos.
Hey, but it's in English.
Mm-hmm.
As we were getting off the boat, when we returned, there were these two little kids singing.
And so when we got up to the farm, we all had lunch outside. And actually, at most of the lunches that we had every day, the meals were kind of this family style, uh, you know, everybody at the table.
And we'd buy soda.
Hmm. Uh, the happy room.
Yeah, we finally found where they had a sign that said
Mhm.
Happy Room. This was a really pretty little,
That was a farm.
yeah. Yeah, we stopped here and Matthew was showing us
Tapioca.
tapioca trees.
I caught this people riding by. There were two people on that. I don't know what they were hauling, but they had it piled up. Was it a bicycle or motorcycle?
I don't remember.
Jumping.
Then we stopped at a lake. Um, you can tell about that. I'll see if I can find the lake.
So the local one of the local delicacies is what they do is they catch freshwater shrimp, and what they do is they make the folks there make this concoction of chilies and I don't know, all kinds of different spices. Once they have this concoction of spices, then they dump these shrimp into this mixture, and for whatever reason, it makes them jump. You know, it's kind of a cool thing to see, and then you eat the live shrimp, which I did, and it was really good.
So Dave's eating his live shrimp here. I can't find the name of the lake, but we were actually then on our way to the Topland Hotel, which our guide thought would be
He
the
didn't think
worst
we'd
hotel.
like it.
We thought it was
It's
wonderful.
wonderful.
And that's where Dave had breakfast with him the next day, and he was so proud of Dave because Dave ate Thai food, real Thai breakfast. None of this American thing.
Mm-mm.
So this is now Friday, October 17, and I made a mistake. This is actually the Wingla Core Hotel in Lampang. And we were getting ready to leave, and this was down by the breakfast area.
Mm-hmm. Koi.
Right.
People working out in the fields, just taking pictures outside the bus. Stopped
At a gas station.
for use the happy room, and this is one of the local vehicles.
Yeah, it's right here. So we stopped at this relic area, preserved area, which was the
They produced the
Sanghalak pottery manufacturing that had 500 kilns.
And
So
they-
they're still digging for pottery.
and this is outside.
It's all pottery
It's all,
shards.
there's tons and tons of pieces of pottery. I can't remember how old. The next few pictures, as we're riding along in the bus, there was a wedding at one of the small towns we were going through. And the tractors pulled these trailers. Everybody in the town was on these things, along with a whole bunch of monks. Had a band playing. I think
cool.
they actually got some video of it. It was really, that's how they celebrate the whole
They're
town.
waving and
Waving, drinking on the,
yeah, they had a bunch of beer. Yeah.
It was really, everybody was on the tractor.
Celebrating.
Wedding.
Okay, and now the next few pictures is Sukhothai. This is the first Thai kingdom to gain independence in 1238. And this is where the Thai culture, language, and alphabet originated. And is built by King Ramkhamhaeng. it was a beautiful area, very large. In several of the areas we saw Buddhas where the heads were missing,
Mm-hmm.
and that was when people came in and they destroyed them for, I can't remember the reason.
Kind of like in
Yeah.
Egypt.
Yeah. It was so hot. But it was, at least it wasn't raining. Not yet. So we had an opportunity, and if you rang the bell, it was like a good blessing.
So then, what? See if I can get the story right. Is that what you did then? If you wanted to, is you could buy these bags of there were eels. Eels. There was just eels, right?
No, there was something else. I don't remember.
And what the custom was to release them back into the water, and I don't remember what.
And
Why
I
we
guess
did
it
that.
was good karma or something. This is why we need to do these sooner.
Mhm.
Trying to remember. Here we were, no, we were walking through some sort of stalls, and he was explaining
Oh
the
yeah.
royal family. That's a picture of the royal family. This is actually a temple right near our hotel in Fitzenulak, and we stayed at the Tapland Hotel, which I thought was a dump. I was irritable that
How
night.
did you pronounce it?
Fitzenulak. How do you say it?
Pizza.
Well, whatever.
Pizza no look.
I thought it was
Pizza no look. Pizza no look.
whatever. Anyway, so we stopped at this temple and then walked over to the hotel.
Okay.
So this is Saturday, October 18th, and we're leaving, I guess it was Lampang where we stayed,
Bang.
and we're heading to Bangkok later on in the day. And we go through Phitsanulok, which is on the Nan River. It was the Siamese capital for 25 years. Do you want to say anything?
I just was taking pictures of. I don't know which town this is.
Didn't we stop and have lunch there or something? I don't remember.
That one was the Spirit House.
But this was, you took a picture of this beer.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
That was the beer.
Two kinds of beer in Thai was Chang and what was the other one?
Yeah.
I took a picture of that too. Excellent
We
beer.
loved our beer after a hot day.
So we went to a. What was this? The pottery. This was the pottery place, right? Anyway, just a really neat spirit house, ornate.
This is actually not a pottery place, it's called a bronze case factory. And they use what's called the lost wax method of casting bronze Buddha images. We actually bought a small Buddha head here.
Neat. So along the road, and several places actually, I saw there was a lady selling these flowers that are used with the monks and the temples.
The spirit houses.
Yeah, they were selling these along the road.
I don't know why her face was covered.
And this was just out in front of a place we stop for lunch way the heck out in the boonies. Mm-hmm.
At this place where we had lunch, they had all these unique ways of decorating.
Really
There was
cool
a little
gardens.
family of elephants at the bottom of the tree.
Monkeyland.
This is called, so we drove next to, after we had lunch, we went to, what's it called? It's called Lopburi. And this is the temple called Phra Prang Samyat.
Which is
And
very
it's
significant.
overrun by macaque monkeys.
But the temple, it's funny because people go to this because of the monkeys, but it's really supposed to be a significant temple, a significant ruin. They're everywhere.
That's Dave and Gwen.
Everywhere.
What they would do is they would jump on your back. I got hit on the butt, I think, by one. But you got a little worried because they said they could scratch you too, because they're trying to find jewelry and different things.
Knickknacks.
Pick at you. See, if you look real close at these pictures, you'll find monkeys.
Everywhere.
And our tour guide, Matthew, said it was very unusual to see so many monkeys there. I can't remember what the reason he was, but he was very worried about us getting hurt. I think he was glad to get us out of there.
Yeah. The temples, you said something too that this was very similar to the temples that we would be seeing in Cambodia.
Mm-hmm. You gotta love it. And look at there's a picture, an ad for beer, and the monkey's kind of like, "Hey, want a beer?"
Don't remember.
We don't remember. We know we stopped at a temple.
Yeah.
This is where this is the ancient capital of Siam, founded by King Yutong. Tong. It says magnificent ruins of the old city still remain, some restored in the midst of archaeological
Oh, now I remember.
excavations.
Okay, yeah.
It's on the banks of the Chao Phraya River.
It was raining.
Yeah.
This was really a neat site, and
It was all brick.
this is significant because the Buddhas people removed, the folks that pillaged took the head.
Who? I don't remember who.
Couldn't tell you.
And David on the bus, and we were heading into Bangkok to stay at the Majestic Grand Bangkok Hotel. That was a nice hotel.
Mm-hmm. Remember.
All right, this is Sunday, October 19th. We remember being there.
Oh, that's where the lizard.
No, we already did the lizard. No, you're
No?
right, the lizard.
Ah.
Yes, okay. This is called,
It was near
is this the one that's built to the white Italian marble?
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
The marble temple.
Yeah.
Wat Ben Champo Fit. Anyway, Dave and I had to go to the bathroom so bad. So Matthew was not very helpful that day. He was kind of like in a bad mood. So he said, you just got to go find one. So we found a monk who kind of
Escorted
helped us, and it was way far away. So on the way, Dave's walking, it had been raining really heavy. Dave's walking ahead, and he passes this.
I didn't even see it.
And I said to him, Dave, I called him back. I said, Dave, did you see this? He said, oh my God. Totally missed it. A giant water monitor lizard who some people thought it was dead.
I don't think it
We
was.
think it was alive. Because what the hell would it be doing there?
Yeah, would they have removed it?
Yeah. It had just stopped raining. At this white marble temple, which was really pretty, they had all these, they're not lacquer, I don't know what they are. Do you remember? Bronze?
I couldn't tell you.
Buddhas in different positions. So we learned about, what one hand up, what that means. And I think that meant don't be nice to the family or good to the family or something.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the teaching Buddha. There's all these different ones.
Oh. Yeah.
So at the same time, there were all these crowds, and had just done a rehearsal for the king's
Cremation.
sister, the princess, for her funeral. She had died
A year ago.
11 months before, and they were going to have a formal burning and setting of the remains.
They actually built. They took a year to build the retort, the crematorium, and all the other stuff.
It's a huge thing there. I think this is one of my favorite. This is the reclining Buddha, whose face depicts nirvana attainment and has mother of pearl feet.
This thing
This
is
is the
huge.
oldest temple in Bangkok
It's huge. It's a,
from the 17th century.
I don't know, a third of a city block
yeah,
long.
you'll see. Kind of gives you the idea of the size. See the people in the bottom right. And again, you can see the people in the doorway way down there. This thing was so friggin' big.
Monster.
It was beautiful. On the side of the reclining Buddha, you paid a small amount of money and you had these little
Tokens, kind of.
and you put one in each
One,
bucket.
which was
It was an
significant.
interesting sound, though. You could hear it the whole time you were there. The people putting the tokens in.
Mm-hmm. We're still at the Temple of the Reclining Buddha, I think.
This is one of the temples I loved. It was like all ceramic.
It was here, right?
I guess, whatever you say. Each of these has remains inside them.
Mm-hmm.
And we have one slide where it shows who was buried in there. Weren't those called, a special name?
So this,
three families.
yeah, there's kind of a place there at the bottom tier that you can see. There's 3 individuals that where a portion of their cremains are there.
This is supposed to be the same type of tree where Buddha found enlightenment.
This is the beginning of the flower market, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And we took the boat trip later on?
Right.
Okay. Funeral.
No, or funeral or wedding.
I think, I don't remember.
So they buy the whole set. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's funeral. Matthew helped us buy lunch from a street vendor. We got chicken and sticky rice and
God, it was good.
soda, and so that we could eat on the boat.
It was good.
So we're on a boat.
Boat right now.
And we're going,
So the floating.
we're going on the network of canals called klongs, branching out from the main Chao Phraya River, which still follows an old lifestyle that leaves the modern face of Bangkok behind.
Wow, you did that from memory.
Yes.
So when we were out there, what they did is
They stopped.
there was a family that went along, that I guess maybe owned the boat and, helped out. And this elder gave everybody bread. And so you toss bread out in the river, and these catfish just attack this food. So on the ride, we're seeing people. I really do think this was somebody's home, right underneath the freeway on the water, or right underneath the causeway, or whatever you call it.
So we would see these homes of people living along these canals. And there were all these different roads, boat roads, where the canals would just go off in different areas.
And family taking a bath, looks like. Another one we can't remember.
Well, but we stopped. We got off the boat to
Mm-hmm.
go to this one.
Very.
And another one that has made out of china.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's like little cups and saucers embedded in there. And Dave climbed
Climbed
up
to the
into
top.
it. Yeah.
Really, really, really detailed. Really a neat temple.
So Dave's at the top taking this, and that's a view of Bangkok. Okay, so this is our last full day in Bangkok. It's Monday, October 20th. And we stopped at this place where they cook
It was coconut.
coconut, and then they made brown sugar, and
Unusual, very tasty.
we actually then went and took a boat ride where we got to see the canals, and then we were heading on to the floating market. It's called the Damnian Seduak floating market, where the locals and villagers buy and sell fruits, vegetables, and other things. Isn't it supposed to be the largest floating market
think
in all
so,
of
yeah.
Thailand?
Yeah. And along the canals, there were spirit houses.
And then there's a monk sitting there. All these different like roads of these canals and houses along the way.
What the houses look like along the canals.
A little doggy.
So this is what really a floating market looked like, is that people would come up in the boats and negotiate and bargain and buy items
From the boat.
from the boat. Durian.
Duria, wasn't it?
Durian.
Durham, or whatever it was.
Bull Durham.
It's a
A
fruit
fruit.
that's kind of popular out there, but it's known because it may taste sweet, but I guess the smell
Very
is
distinctive, kind of.
profound. We were standing up on like
A
a
bridge.
bridge, looking down, and to me, this just
Typified.
typified what Asia was about.
Especially Thailand. Absolutely one of the best things we had were fried bananas
And they actually cook
on the boat.
on the boat.
Delicious. The food in Thailand is absolutely delicious.
We're walking back to the bus, and we
Man,
turn around, and there's a
look who's
baby
here.
elephant. And we actually bought some of those little balls.
So that was at the coconut place, right?
Oh, this was
Later?
Yeah, coconut place was that's where we saw that.
Oh, yeah.
This was later. It was a teak
The
wood
teak
place.
wood carving. The picture doesn't do it justice. This gentleman is one of the revered ones, and with the detail there,
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
Like jungle scenes.
I caught this one. What was so interesting is we're in a Buddhist country, and here's one of the carvers working on an object. In the back, he had a girly calendar. Never saw that in any of the places we visited. A girly calendar.
Buddhist country.
And at this place, you could actually buy spirit houses,
Dave got a small
and
one.
I did.
Made out of teak.
The
This is-
Grand Palace.
Yeah, let's see. This is one's function as the home of the king and the court, as well as the administrative seat of government. And this is also where the temple of the Emerald Buddha is. Wat Phra Kaeo,
What?
the large Buddha image carved from a solid piece of green jadeite. And at the Grand Palace, the princess who had died 10 months before,
The sister, right?
the king, well, princess, the king's sister, was laying in state as they got ready for the
ceremony, the cremation.
the national cremation, which was in November, and we were there in October. So, but I like this picture because there's a statue monk, which is so plain,
And then we have the monk
that kind of looks
helping
like
the monk.
the big fat Buddha with the statue Buddha. He had these four
Huge,
large
yeah.
statues, and weren't they supposed to be like guards?
Mm-hmm.
It was the one place where we had to wear long pants
Oh,
or
yeah.
a long dress, and I didn't pack well and didn't bring any short sleeve shirts. All I had was sleeveless, so I borrowed Dave's shirt.
Nice.
It was a rainy day that day.
Mm-hmm. And it's in back of Gwen's the model of Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat, which was done, I don't know how many hundreds of years ago.
And why they have it, I don't know.
I don't remember. These figures are significant because they're part human and part...
Mythical creature. Yeah. This is the rooster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dave's my king of Siam.
So the pictures before, the few ones before and this one, we're getting ready to go into the Temple of the Emerald Buddha,
Which is the number one
this is
for the time.
the most significant Buddha in Thailand.
And the king changes the golden garment to match the season every 3 times a year. We were kind of surprised because it just seemed so small, and they had hidden it, and then somebody found it when they chipped at it or something. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that story?
Mm-hmm.
But we weren't allowed to take pictures inside.
This is from the outside, but that little green figurine that you see there,
At the top.
that's it. This is the one.
And he had its fall outfit on, which was solid gold, right?
I think.
This is where the building where the princess is laying in state. I like this one because
When they,
these are construction workers
yeah, and they're
Barefoot.
barefoot, no protective gear, and
working on bamboo.
and the scaffolding is all laced and twine and bamboo. That's it.
Seems to work. This is Tuesday, October 21st, and we're on our way
To
to
the airport. So
And the guy on our left was the driver's helper who gave us
the
wipes
water
and water, just a real nice guy. And the guy next to Dave on the left was the bus driver, and that's Matthew.
On my right is the driver, and the guy in the white on my left is the tour guide, Matthew.
Right.
So this is generally where we sat in the bus.
A gaudy bus.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then Matthew doing his shtick. We almost always sat in the back. The next few pictures are
Well, we flew to Cambodia.
right. So
We had to get a special visa to
Mhm.
fly in.
Mm-hmm.
So what? It wasn't a couple hour flight.
Yeah, I think 2.5
I don't
hours.
remember. But it was a beautiful hotel. And we had a really nice room overlooking the pool.
Downtown Siem Reap. Motorcycles everywhere. Motor scooters everywhere. Motorcycles, motor scooters.
And tuk-tuks.
The motorcycle taxis. Tuk tuk. In the back of the tuk tuk. And the other pictures before in this is downtown Siem Reap, or on the way to Siem Reap.
Went into town. We went into Old Town, actually. Did a little shopping. Bought the boys their opium pipes. This is our
Hotel.
This is Wednesday, October 22nd, and we are heading to Angkor Thom, the south gate of Angkor Thom. And then we went to the Terrace of Elephants, Terrace of the Leper King, and then later on we went on a lake tour.
And this is the inside
Downstairs,
the,
yeah.
inside the hotel. Really neat hotel.
Right near the lobby. And in the lobby they had they would play music.
Mhm.
We get to Angkor Thom, and this is like what you would think Cambodia would look like. That's a big naga.
Nana.
Big naga.
Yeah, this is the classic. You know, people have probably seen pictures of this, of these ruins. The great big
Angkor
faces
Thom.
everywhere. Angkor Thom, yeah.
Angkor Thom. Yeah, they were cool. But didn't they have like faces on four sides? Mm-hmm.
Or oh my back, oh my back. And in all these, if you look, there's faces on all of these
Pillars.
Pillars. This was in the jungle. I guess they uncovered this thing not that long ago, not that many years ago. It was entrenched in vines and
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was completely covered in vines. Imagine finding it, huh?
Yeah. And
They had the Cambodian dancers who were posing, trying to earn some money. You can see how I'm sweating.
no way. Oh yeah, I guess you can.
And we were walking to go see the terrace of elephants and the terrace of the leper king. Remember?
Hmm.
This is the remains of the terrace of elephants. The terrace of the leper king. This is Toprom. They call it the Jungle Temple of Dreams. This is actually where Laura Croft, the Tomb Raider, we've even rented it since and saw the tree where they filmed
We
it.
saw it. We saw it. We saw it.
These are huge fig trees, tangles of vines, and creepers are kind of overtaking. And it says Toprom gives visitors a sense of what it must have been like for the archaeologists
To find.
who first rediscovered this lost temple. This one because there were
Okay.
these two signs and it's like,
Which
okay,
way?
which way do you go? But this temple was so amazing because you really could feel the sense of the
Discovery.
jungle and the vegetation and very green. This is the
Yeah.
tree that's in the Lara Croft movie. Cool.
This is after the
Yeah, we
lunch.
stopped. No, it was right before lunch, and we saw we saw what a stroller looks like in Cambodia. Lunch, we
Angkor
went to
Wat.
Angkor Wat, which was kind of surprising that we went there in the afternoon because it was so hot. But we were lucky because leave her alone because there weren't a lot of people there.
I'm just trying to straighten her
But
out.
that's the first view of Angkor Wat.
Oh,
Angkor Wat is the eighth wonder of the world, the largest temple in the world.
Surrounded by water.
Yeah, it's like a moat.
Mm-hmm. Naga. That was what you looked at before was the outside.
Yeah,
Now we're
you're
going on
crossing
the
over.
inside.
And it was so hot. I think that's why there were so few crowds. Unfortunately, he had us go in the later afternoon. And if we'd gone in the morning, it would have been cooler.
Hmm.
Oh, it was miserable. And he just couldn't enjoy it as much, I think. It was so hot.
I thought it was great.
Don't bite me.
They had monkeys here too.
Yeah, just a few though. We were saying we actually saw this on the model. This surrounds the temple. This kind of walkway. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A long relief that tells stories.
Story. Along the relief, there were some different cut out pieces that were removed because they suspected there was
Stuff hidden underneath it
or
or
a
something.
different relief underneath, or
There's a whole bunch of them.
treasure or something.
Or that's how they moved it.
I don't remember. I don't. The group just resting there, hot, late in the afternoon.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we got to go to this
Temple. Another.
In fact, it was in the movie Lara Croft. It's up high.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's up high, and it was kind of, you could take an elephant up right up, or you could walk up. So we walked up, and Dave found this set of stairs that was all covered in ivy. We didn't walk on that; it was just to the side.
But that's the way that when the temple was built, that people would ascend.
But when you went up to this area of remains,
you could see
Angkor Wat, and you could see like a huge
area of
view of Cambodia. But Dave had run out of battery.
I got one. I got one.
This is it.
I got one. One more.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. One more.
Last day, and here's where we got to go into the lake area. So on our way out, you would see very typical sort of travel that you see in America.
Yeah.
A woman with her 2 children on a motorcycle.
Bike.
Look at the little one. The little girl doesn't have a helmet on. At least Mom does, I guess.
More spirit houses. Housing in Cambodia.
On the way to the lake.
Poverty. Houses on stilts. No water. No electricity except for the batteries.
No running water.
No running water, excuse me.
So we're getting ready to go on a boat, And we learned that depending on the level of the lake, which varies according to the year, the people move their houses, as you can see in the background there. They move their boat houses that are on bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he say they move it like 4 or 5 times a year?
I don't think they were talking about moving these, though. It was the
No,
boats.
in here, in the background. Actually on the boat now, and the next pictures will show you some of the houses we saw. This is probably the most profound day we had of seeing such incredible poverty. And Dave and I kept,
Yeah.
we talked about it a lot since then.
Yeah, why it was. We were going through a bunch of tourists taking pictures of somebody, from folks in their.
In their homes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no windows. There's, they use the lake for their toilets and their showers. We can't even really imagine. There's no electricity. They use battery. There's no refrigeration. But yet, there were families.
Yeah, and there was a piece to it.
Mm-hmm.
People washing dishes, I guess, or bathing. This is
And there were the hibiscus, or the water
hyacinth.
water hyacinths all over the place. See, families, and they were out fishing or whatever, going from house to house.
Shopping.
Selling things too. I think she had a thing full of vegetables.
But then she's got her face covered again.
I wonder why. Just show you the type of housing. Look, you can see all the way through.
Nothing closes up.
Wow.
And people sleep on the mats on the floor.
But we did learn having a TV
Was very important.
very important. That's what they used their car batteries that they would get recharged every 4 days for. We stopped and we had an area where we could go to the bathroom, which we learned later that when you flushed, it actually went right in the
water.
So they had an area where you could look out, and I saw this mother with her 2 children. And I found myself thinking of my 2 sons. And look at the mom. She really was. She was fishing. She was trying to show me. I mean, she watched me, and I watched her, how she fishes. And she put, she had a narrow stick with a string on it, and she put something on it, and she lifted up the hyacinths like she's doing there, and she pulled up a fish. And what got me more than anything, I mean, she was so proud, but what got me more than anything is when she lifted it up, too, there was all kinds of toilet paper in the water. But yeah, she's completely ignoring the kids, and they're wonderful. They were well behaved. And I wonder how many kids drowned out there. But it was a neat way of communicating between the mother and I.
And they're
Yeah, Angkor Artisans.
mhm,
We got a chance to see an area where
they train.
supports and trains people for the Cambodian art.
And I think these are actually the ones that
The
are
deaf,
that are.
they're all deaf.
Mhm.
In the
Yeah.
afternoon, we got
had
a
a
chance
choice.
to go to, um, it's called the Citadel of Women. It's called Bente Srai and Bente Samre.
Really?
Bente must mean temple.
Small,
Really interesting.
but wow. Actually, the highlight.
And everywhere we went, where these little kids would just kind of clamor all over you, trying to sell you things.
Mhm.
They were so cute. I had them call me Molly because I knew they could never do Gwen, and they'd say, "Molly, I wait for you. Mommy, you buy from me," because they could only go so far into where you were heading.
Mhm. Very restricted.
Yeah. This was a cool one because it shows the character at the top and the character at the
Connected.
face at the bottom.
And there's an entire very long story to this.
Yeah. And there's the girls. Molly.
Well, they would ask your name.
I wanted to give them all money. They were just so cute. Just so sweet. They're so poor.
Mhm.
The prior temple was the Citadel of Women, and this
Mhm.
is Bante Samre.
This is our last temple in Cambodia.
Yep. Again, this is a place where we were like the only ones there.
We were the only one,
Yeah,
except
that
for
was nice.
Yeah. The butts, the lion, the
These were
lions,
lions, and they stole
the head, right?
the tails.
No, because the
Yeah, the heads are on the other side.
Hmm.
They stole parts of it, including the tails. And that's what Ton was our tour guide, and he was saying that so many places we went, bits and pieces have been stolen and sold on the black market around the world, because they just don't have the
monies
security or the
to watch this stuff.
Cambodia is just come out of the about 7
Khmer
years
Rouge.
ago, is the Khmer Rouge regimen that was just a nightmare and horrid. So they're really just trying to become part of the mainstream and get tourism, but it was really sad because so many statues or missing pieces, and he was saying they just pillage the place and sell it at the black market, and the money isn't going back to Cambodia, to the people. But these just look so sad without their tails. They look like big butt.